Anyway, hello everybody, it's your old friends at Monday Madness, and welcome back to the worst 50 games list.
If you can still call us your friends after what we've been through together.
Yeah, if anything, this is a collective trauma, and now you're part of it, so well done.
Welcome to our group therapy session.
Yes, exactly. We don't have anything remotely attached to a degree in therapy. We don't even serve good biscuits for this. Like, you're going in dry.
Just because you're a bad game, it doesn't mean you're a bad game.
Thank you, Confucius. But unfortunately, that also means that we still have to judge you accordingly. And again, lads, the end gets ever sharper as we roll on this list. We are now down to our last 15.
We will finish this within the next decade.
Again, we were meant to do this last year, but shockingly enough, we all have busy lives.
Enough, we don't want to talk about this game.
That's the thing, yeah. It's almost like, hey guys, will we all get together and talk about some terrible games? No.
Sorry.
Alright, fine. Thanks.
I'm busy waiting for the death of the universe.
That's on my list.
Yeah, no, we have. Don't spoil this list, though, yeah.
Right underneath, change the bathroom
Fine, I'll get to that.
door. Oh wait.
Yes.
Wait, why is a wait on the list? You're never going to finish that.
That's why it's on the list.
So, with that in mind, we are, as it says, on number 15, and you are starting with, sir.
Yeah. Let's make this one fairly quick because I don't actually have too much to say about it. This is Spore.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Was that like at one point one of the most pirated games around?
I think only because it had like a DRM where they said pirate us if you can.
Yeah, it was like a psychotically mad deal. Like it was like the Ubermensch of DRM. Like
Yeah. It's been years since I even thought of the game Sport.
It actually it was, in all fairness, like in terms of concept, I can see how that works.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's one of those simulation games, like the same as you control a spore.
Yes.
As it evolves into a more complex creature,
you pick the mutations.
Yeah, you choose its evolution based on its evolution points. Getting a mouth makes it so as it can grow bigger, or an eye means that it can see. And eyes are really complicated and super advantageous early game.
Yeah.
So
having eyes is OP.
I think the best thing to do is to just get a beak and an eye, and then just run with that for the rest of the time.
So basically, your speed running for Spore is basically a one-eyed ostrich.
No, just a beak and an
eye.
Oh no, you don't need wings or legs.
Okay, Cyclops Pecker.
I was going to say Mike Wazowski in armor, basically.
because you have to eat the other creatures that are evolving around you.
Right, of course, yeah.
And steal their evolution points.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you breed and whatever else. It's really not interesting. It's a glorified screensaver. Come at me.
So we're starting off with the hot takes early here.
Spore is a glorified idle game. Fuck you.
Yes, it is. Now, it had a side game, Dark Spore, which actually had a story to it, but being EA is evil, it was an online-only game, and they completely shut off the servers.
Yeah, they do have a terrible habit of that.
They nuked it from orbit. You cannot fucking even look at this game online anymore.
Oh, well, what's funny about EA is that they don't even do that on a time-bound stage. Is this a case of no one plays that shit, just nuke? It was like, no, we were playing it. What are you talking about?
No, it's not that nobody plays that game. It's that we're not profiting from this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like the scene in Rick and Morty. He's like, nah, I'm bored of this now. Just pours petrol all over the stage. Everybody get the fuck out.
That's literally what happens in one of the Need for Speed games. Basically, just people just started logging on the Need for Carbon and it was done. That's it. Finished. You didn't even tell us.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think it's a huge loss that the game is gone, but no art that has been created should ever be destroyed for corporate greed.
Agreed. Yeah.
Well, that's my soapbox.
Even art that was specifically created for corporate greed.
Especially that art. It needs to serve as a reminder.
As a warning to the rest. Yeah. But so just on this kind of sport thing, obviously you played it. Is there anything kind of gameplay wise, or was it just boring? Was it?
I would have welcomed it.
I was about to say, is it just because it's just a fucking boring adventure, essentially?
So you have to play through a lot of the game. It is building a creature up.
Yeah.
Again, you earn
by
evolution
the way,
points.
When he says play, that's in
Yeah, of course, in principle.
You earn evolution points. You put them into it. It's not a tree per se, but it is, you, as I say, you spec into having eyes or legs or at making it the largest dildo monster you can.
Gotcha.
And then you have it moves through oscillations, so you just have floppy dildos roaming the fields, which is about the most fun you can get out of the game.
Creating just hordes of cock monsters.
But then you come across a larger cock monster, and it's more perfectly suited to fit into the vagina monster that you created.
Run, it's engorged.
Oh no, it has a projectile attack.
It's ripped for her pleasure.
But yeah, that's Spore. And good luck finding fucking footage of that, my friend.
Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge.
Is it going to be really challenging?
Is it going to be challenging to pick which one you're going to use?
I think what I might do is I just put up a PNG of a cock monster.
It'll actually be. I was about to say it'll probably be challenging for you to find any non-cock monster related footage to this.
That's what AI is for. So
True.
correct. So my number 15 then. So this is a game from the Wii. For a start, I think it could be my only Wii entry on this list. Actually,
Did you even own a Wii?
I didn't. That's the thing.
Well, this is going to be an interesting entry.
It is. It's a funny old story too because this I played this years and years ago, right?
At somebody else's house, and I brought it down.
I managed to finish the game in that one session, and I didn't enjoy it.
No, I was playing at someone else's house. I was playing with my little cousin who had a Wii, and she got this game, and she was having terrible trouble with it, and I was minding her for X amount of hours and thinking like...
So it's like, out of the way, you foolish child, let me get you. It's so frustrating watching you do this.
You are so close to the right answer, because I was looking at her struggling with this game, and I was thinking like, it can't be this bad. But no, Sonic 06 was that bad!
A Sonic game.
Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
On the terrible game.
Sonic 06. It is low-hanging fruit, but I have played Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 06 to be precise, yes.
Yeah. Because Sonic the Hedgehog is good.
No, I didn't. But the game itself is just called Sonic. And it was colloquially known as Sonic 06.
Sonic 06, yes, because that's the one where you have the furry.
Exactly. And
when was it released? Sonic 06.
2005, ironically. You walked into that one, man.
Please.
You walked into that one.
I think it might have actually been 07.
I actually give somebody Google that, please.
Yeah.
Sonic 06 was not released.
It's like the FIFA seasons. There's always a one after. It rolls into the next year.
I wasn't far off. It was November 14th, 2006.
There you go. Yeah, so it was so close.
Just in there.
But yeah, so I played this game. So like
in Europe, it was 2007. I was
right. Okay. So maybe you should call it Sonic 07 then instead.
No. And Europe is where all the white people are, so that's the only place that care.
All hail European imperialism.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Sonic 06, it's like, okay, listen. This is, as the lad said, low-hanging fruit. This is one of those infamously bad games.
Even Sonic fans don't like Sonic 06.
Like, it's...
And they played the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Sonic in the Black Knight.
They can accurately tell you what a werehog is. It's not even the right nomenclature.
Yeah. Like
anatomically,
like it says so much that the Sonic series very much peaked with like the Sega Mega Drive, you know, in that respect.
But like, actually, Sonic and Knuckles is the peak.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, pedant alert. It peaked with the Sega CD version.
Do you know what?
Sonic CD.
That is a pedant that
you know what?
That's a pedant that I am happy. That's a pedant nature that I am happy to own. I had a Sega CD. I had a Sega CD add-on, and I got Sonic CD, and I was like, oh god, yes.
Now you're speaking to someone who's played 8-bit Sonic.
No. You're going into Sonic CD. It's just the soundtrack. Everything was more fluid.
The
soundtrack.
The
soundtrack was so much better.
And that's the thing. That is the thing with Sonic the Hedgehog on the Wii, is that everything that kind of makes it aesthetically a Sonic game, it absolutely just doesn't include. So like, again, one of the big things about the Sonic game is the fucking soundtrack. It's like Chemical Hill Zone. It's any kind of story beats you have, like any fucking Sonic game has some level of banger in it. And yes, that has a lot to do with Sega just having objective good music and all that sort of stuff.
Hill Zone.
It's an earworm.
Actually, when I say that, I just see myself whipping through.
Yeah, exactly. It's
the rumor being that Michael Jackson composed the soundtrack for
Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
He did do it.
He did, yeah. It's been proven, yeah. I remember looking this up for a quiz one time, and like, yeah, it was proven posthumously that he was, because it was an urban legend for a long, long time. Then he died. Sonic 3 director confirmed it then.
I'm just
No,
going.
I didn't hear it from the Sonic 3 director. I heard it from that psycho Tommy Tallarico. He confirmed it.
He confirmed it, but then
And,
they asked the original
The H-Bomber guy video on him
Yeah.
is actually really, really good.
But
This is good because
They pulled out a Ouija board and a small child and asked Michael Jackson.
but obviously that's where we got the fucking Moonwalker game from as well. So there was
such a game.
Yeah.
Such a game series because there's so many different ones.
yeah.
But the fact that you're just walking around playing OK Annie, rescuing children ironically from the back of vans.
Yeah. It's amazing how art takes life.
I was like, well, how did they get the rest of the Alien Ant Farm song?
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ.
So obviously, with Sonic 06, I remember playing. I think literally I was only playing in the first world or the first few levels, and like, game is just so fucking bad to play. It's just you're falling through platforms.
Yeah, it's glitchy as fuck.
All the
I was about to say, I was about to ask, is it broken?
It's fundamentally broken.
It's just
like you're falling through loops. You are like you're going through rings and you're not collecting them.
Oh, you just pass the load zone. You have to wait for the screen to load.
Yeah, stuff like that.
God, loading screens.
This will be about 5 minutes.
Load screens in a Sonic game.
And again, Sonic always has this thing where it's always like a blue cartoon hedgehog in a human world type of thing, and it always does.
No.
Well, not always, but this one did, and that made it more jarring in a sense where like you're expecting all these kind of like actual human models to talk to this cartoon hedgehog and hope for the best. And the worst thing is all the human characters, or at least the NPCs anyway, no one that's plot relevant, in the overworld, which is again like a fucking pre-alpha of a human town, right? There's a few buildings in principle, and then like there's a few NPCs with like a giant exclamation mark on them, and you'll talk to them, and they'll go,
Because
"Hey,"
you've alerted them.
Yeah.
That's why.
and they'll go, "Hey," and they'll do this motion. You can't see this here, but they'll do this kind of overlapping hand
This motion
movement.
that we're doing right now.
And
we're all
then-
doing that.
And then their lips are moving at a speed that is physically impossible for a human. They're just going.
But that's because Sonic is seeing them and he's moving super fast.
See, if they said that, I would understand it. But no,
It's
what they
the
did was.
opposite way, you
But,
idiot.
if they had at least any explanation of like why are people talking this fast, I'd understand it. But they didn't. They just
want to
it was
kiss
just
Sonic in
terrible.
his little mouth.
Yeah, and then later on, then I figured out. Okay, I actually need to figure out what the story is about this, and then
Oh, well, Chris Chan has a great series on that. You
Yeah.
can go watch that.
I've seen the
We'll
playthrough.
link it below.
I was like, I even looked at this game. I saw this game later on, going, hang on, Shadow and Silver have actual plots in this game,
Ah, they do. It's
and
awful.
they're all equally terrible. Like it's just
Well, you know
really
that
bad
Shadow
game.
the Hedgehog is a clone of Sonic who's meant to be the ultimate being and to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds, and Silver is from the future trying to stop all this from
Yeah,
happening.
it's all three of them are objectively terrible.
And the porn of it is just all over the internet.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I assume.
Although in fairness, if there's anything that's fucked Sonic harder, it's Sonic 06 because that game is fucking horrendous.
Can I read you a quote from the Wikipedia?
Please do.
It is widely considered the worst Sonic game and severely damaged the franchise's reputation. In 2010, Sega delisted Sonic the Hedgehog from retailers.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. And like that would take a lot for Sega to do that. Like it'd have to be actual like nonsense involved in the production for them to pull that.
Silver's levels are slower and revolve around the use of telekinesis to defeat enemies and solve puzzles.
See,
That is the same action, by the way.
remember what I was saying about like doing everything that a Sonic game shouldn't be. So there was
Now we know where the Bloodlines 2 guys, what games they've been playing.
Yeah.
I played the Sonic game where you use telekinesis. This is awesome. Let's get this in our
Yeah,
game.
the writer for Swan Song like shed a tear when
It worked so fucking well.
I love how things that are coming on pre-recorded.
But legitimately, like it's I don't think have you guys even played that game?
I
Like
haven't played
you
Sonic
I know I did.
Yeah.
I did have a Wii. I did not play Sonic.
Okay.
Honestly, like I've never played a game more broken, and there is some broken fucking games
And given
on
that
my
it's
list.
delisted, I probably won't be able to.
Yeah, exactly. It's now an artifact.
Yeah, you remember like 10 minutes ago when I said that art deserves to survive, not this art.
This is an art. This is an abomination.
Indeed. And speaking of abominations, Neil, you're up next.
Yeah, Sega were right to delist this one.
They were. We agree with your assessment.
So my number 14 is The Walking Dead Destinies on the PS5.
I've not heard this.
Ah, it's fucking, and that is a plus column. That is a pro in the pro and cons column for your life. Believe me. It's actually probably one of the most broken games on my list, only because it's just very possible to get to the end credits. End credits in which they've misspelled the name of the game.
Surely not.
Yes, in the
Brilliant.
end credits. It's
They misspelled the.
It's a
Walking
fucking
Dead.
slog getting to those end credits. So, yeah, they've misspelled the name of the fucking game. It's a mess. The game there's lagging controls, graphics that don't just don't move, and there's pop-ups everywhere. It's totally broken.
Yeah.
It's totally. So basically, what they've done with Destinies is they've taken the first series of The Walking Dead and they've kind of given you choices to alter the story.
Okay.
The Destinies part of it here.
Oh.
But it's fucking shit.
So you can have Coral survive?
Coral. Oh god. So Jim, because actually Stephanie Sterling did actually really good by the what it's called Jimquisition when I was writing this.
Yeah.
Points out there's a scene where Rick Grimes gets a boss health bar and starts popping his revolver while staggering in circles to represent the scene from that was meant to be tense and dramatic. He's like, oh, Coral. What the fuck is this? This is terrible.
Like, I'm just even looking at some of the characters rendered in the game. Like, did you realize he has a chin, right?
Yeah, they're
like,
so fucking terrible.
What the fuck is this face? Like, I'll try and get a picture up on the edit, or I'll just show you the video.
There were over
fuck.
150 different endings for the game, depending on who lived and died as a result.
Yeah. So basically, they've allowed players to alter the canon storyline to see the repercussions.
But you're saying that it's a slog to get to the ending. There's 150.
Yeah, no. You don't want to do this 150 fucking times. It's so bad. Like,
0 out of 10.
Yeah, the
horrendous.
Metacritic score on it is fucking subterranean. Like, you know? I think my previous game was the second lowest. This is not that far off. It's just sound design that just stops. So every now and again the game just goes mute.
They didn't get the loop right.
It's just fucking terrible. The controls are awful. The combat's shite. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, they've Rick as a boss at one point. You know, it's like, that's it. He gets a boss health bar.
Yeah. Okay.
When he goes off it's him that goes off if depending on your choices. That goes off the rails. He's just like popping his python or. By the way, that's his cult python, not a not a euphemism for his dick.
We got that. Yeah.
But can you play as Glenn?
Look, it's just don't play it. Don't play it.
I don't know if there's gamer Glens in it. You know, hiding under a dumpster is OP.
Is that like the fucking oddball from GoldenEye? Is it Oddjob? That's what it is. Oddjob. Oddball. I was thinking Oddjob from fucking GoldenEye. Just like
random task. Show him that thing that you do.
Perform for me, tired seal. But yeah.
So is it meant to be just like shooter gameplay then, or what's the?
Yeah, it's first person perspective. It's basically just a game where you play the first one and you can alter how it goes.
Well, the reason I was asking,
the weird thing is, The Walking Dead is a multi-genre expanding video game franchise.
Well, it's not that, because obviously we've already had Survival Instinct on this list already, and the thing about it is that it sounds like they tried to do Survival Instinct better and somehow got worse.
Yeah, they tried to do it basically, but with storylines. But with multi-branching storylines that are all apparently canon.
There's more opportunities for it to get wrong.
And you're just like, but it's broken at a fundamental level.
Yeah,
It's literally, the code is held together by the sheer will of the programmer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my god, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
This is really, like, it's a terrible, it's Sonic 06 level fucking bugged. Like, it disappears, like, the draw distance is microscopic. It's just terrible. Like,
yeah.
It's so bad. Like, it was very clearly just kicked out the door.
I do like that we have all of our number 15s were all games with connective tissue, like all either buggy messes or just has bugs
they put that out on the PS5.
No, that's no achievement.
That's the thing. Like put on the PS5. Like, my next game is on a modern console, but really it shouldn't be.
What counts as a modern console?
Well, PS4, PS5.
Oh,
yeah. We'll get to that eventually. But first, Adam, your number 14 is next.
It's definitely not a modern console in that case. It is a launch title for the PS3.
Ooh.
Heavenly Sword.
Yeah. I was expecting this on your list, to be honest.
Why?
You've given out about this game to me before.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever talked about this game.
You do when you get really drunk and you're like, I was touched one time by a game.
It used the motion controls.
And then you stop talking about Heavy Rain and you talk about Heavenly Swords.
It relied so heavily on motion controls.
Yeah, if anybody ever mentions what was it called? 6-axis control?
6-axis is
The
the word,
6-axis control. Oh yeah, then he starts vomiting.
A gimmick for gimmick's sake.
Yeah, he starts
So
vomiting
bad.
blood. It wasn't. Just...
No, I mean, like, fine as a gimmick, but don't have fucking core elements of your gameplay rely on it.
Yep.
And then later on in the life cycle, sell controllers without the 6-axis because you realise how shit it was.
Yep, absolutely.
Anyway, this game is written by people who don't know how to write from a country that should never have existed, England.
Oh, sorry. Jesus, I thought you were going to go, careful, Tony. Okay, it's fine, it's only England.
No, it's one of Ninja Theory's seminal games.
Yes.
We know how I feel about that.
We do. You're a great fan of their work.
Yeah. It is... Okay, so the Heavenly Sword is a cursed weapon that grants immense power to the person to the chosen one who's meant to wield it.
All of that was a penis metaphor.
In the story, you say that in the story. You are meant to be the chosen one. Unfortunately, you're born as a woman, which means that you are precluded from taking up this cursed sword and sacrificing your life to save your clan.
Okay.
However, she still does it.
Misogyny be damned.
Misogyny be damned, and she fights against the Mongol horde or something. I forget. Shit. It's just so bad. It's meant to be like a...
She's meant to be Kratos for all intents and purposes, really, wasn't it?
Essentially,
yeah.
All she's wearing. So she's
Yeah.
red-headed Chinese woman.
Yeah.
All she's wearing is a couple of loose-fitting bandages around her tits and crotch.
Yeah.
As she wields the Heavenly Sword, which is a sword twice her size.
Yeah.
Now, the entire gameplay conceit of this is that it's a sword on a chain, straining her life force as she wields it. And you fight your way through the game. Now, there is a psychopathic little lesbian sidekick that you take control of for several missions, who was raised by wolves and is her only friend. I think her name is Kai.
Is that when the game wants to force a stealth section on
That's
you?
when the game wants to force 6 sections onto you.
You're right with Kai, by the way. You're right with Kai.
She is a sniper who uses blow darts. And when you launch a blow dart, the game doesn't tell you this, but you're meant to hold down the button to launch the blow dart, and then it gives you the blow dart vision, and you control where it flies magically with the 6-axis. Anyway, long story short, you play through the entire game basically mincing all the enemies.
Yeah.
And then you get to the final boss who's like, oh shit, we were meant to put like roadblocks in the game where
We were meant to make this difficult.
where people were meant to learn all of the combos and, you know, all the hack and slash things that people tend to have. How do we make this wall of a boss that can kill you in 2 punches? Something that you need to use multiple attacks over. We don't have a style meter like other good hack and slash games to use. How about we just have her die 50 times?
Jesus.
And then at the end of the game, you beat him, and nothing changes. China still falls, but you did manage to kill the big bad guy, who was just like the game developer's self-insert. I assume he's a big ugly fucker.
He's ugly, therefore he must be the game developer.
Tammy, I'm calling you out. You're a fucking cunt. Anyway, that was Heavenly Sword.
What about the movie?
There's a movie.
Yeah, they made this game. Heavenly Sword's got a film adaptation.
No, it doesn't.
It did.
No, it doesn't.
It did.
No, it does. Somebody did a let's play of it, and they thought it was a film.
Well, if they did, they got Anna Torv to voice act Naruto, and fucking
Naruto, that was the name.
Yeah.
I kept thinking Naruto, and I was like, that's definitely not it.
No, similarly distinct. And fucking Alfred Molina is the villain's voice actor.
Who the fuck agreed to make this? Uwe Boll?
Funny enough,
Is it hentai?
Well, it is described as a adult animated fantasy film. So yeah,
An animated movie.
it's animated. Yeah,
No, you are lying. There's no way someone would actually willingly spend time animating this.
Well,
Even the game designers didn't willingly animate this.
that's why they did the film, to have another go at it. No, apparently this is like it does legitimately just look like the game again. Like it's like they just like cut the gameplay out and just did a let's play movie and released it on Blu-ray.
The weakest part was the writing.
Yeah, I know. Like, listen, we're not fucking like they're not fucking clever. Like it's not
It
fluid.
looks like it was animated with AI.
I genuinely think that is a fan art. I think that's actually better efforts. To be perfectly honest. No, it's a genuine thing. There's the Game Boy's out in
It is a
07.
thing that exists.
It's a thing
And
that
we
exists.
will make Adam watch it on the channel.
But the whole thing about it though was that it was a launch title, so it was a captive audience.
Yeah.
And it was demonstrating the PS3's new graphics. So they went all in on Flash without any substance. And the fucking thing that really grinds my gears is that every review about it is saying, "Oh, it's so good. Look at the graphics. These are timeless." Look at it now and tell me what you think.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I think launch titles will always have that kind of like weight hanging them down in that sense that because they are a launch title, they're either going to be like short or gimmicky, or in the example of Heavenly Sword, I'm not talking about like a game that is just available on launch. Like it's a game intended to launch on the console, you know.
But again, they were like, "Oh, but the main thing about it is the story because we're wankers." I'm putting words in their mouth. I don't have a high opinion of the team that made this game.
No, they've wronged you many times in the past.
I keep buying their games, or I keep getting their games added free to another game that I'm buying to get rid of it from the stock in GameStop. That tells you the quality of their shitty games. It's like I don't want Enslaved. Oh, but it's a $5 off if you take it off our hands. For fuck's sake!
It's not buy one get one free. Buy one and take this, please.
Yes, exactly that. I actually got a game discounted for taking Enslaved off their hands.
That's fucking hilarious.
Buy one and get it for less.
And you know what? Just as an added bonus to this section, Enslaved is also shit. How do you fuck up an adaptation of Journey to the West? Seriously. With collectibles that are on branching paths, but when you go down one branch that's the correct one, you're not allowed to backtrack, and you miss the collectible. You're shit at fucking game design, people. Just make movies. But you can't because no one wants to watch your shitty movies.
You can't write.
Exactly.
I just want to say for the record that both of my colleagues here have been pointing at the microphone for the last 2 minutes. And nothing makes me more wishful for
foaming at the mouth.
It's like that. You're getting angry at a black stick. Okay,
well, I'm not talking to either of you guys.
Yeah, I know, but the microphone is not the enemy here. Okay, our microphone is the counselor here. Okay,
I'm pointing at the audience to emphasize that they need to pay attention. If you like Heavenly Sword or Enslaved or any other Ninja Theory property, and yes, I'm including Hellblade: Human Sacrifice, you need to have your fucking head examined or to be lobotomized and then just sent away from the rest of functioning society. And that is my piece.
As you can see, Adam always goes for the level-headed response. So, my number 14...
Sorry, yes, let's palate cleanse.
So my number 14 is a game we played on the channel. It's a Call of Cthulhu game.
Oh, fuck.
And I have someone in this room to blame for it. Last Days of Lazarus.
That's on you, Neil.
This cunt... This motherfucker in the corner here bought this as a fucking Christmas present.
It's beautiful. Both of us were sweating there until he mentioned the game.
I was like, shit.
I saw this game and I thought, my first thought was, this looks awful. This is so terrible.
How can I make Paul play it?
Last Days of Lazarus, even the name is wank. I was like, I must buy this for Jonathan. And I bought it. And I've hopefully followed up this Christmas with another one.
You did.
I did buy a game for us all to play on Christmas,
and you might see it sometime this year, or if not, I will make sure that Neo's cancelled for some of you. But no, fair. So I'll give the lowdown in Last Days of Lazarus, and then go into like I'll do a compliment sandwich on it, right? So. Conceptually doing a game. So first of all, it's game basically based around like orthodoxy religion and its kind of traditions, and it's I suppose that sort of like it's not something you don't really normally see a game about. Like because normally when you think of like if there's a game kind of based anything in Romania, you're immediately thinking of something like some sort of like vampire mystery or something that might kind of catch attention.
What vampires got to do with Romania?
Well, indeed, that's the question. But you don't normally, in any case, you don't normally see games about orthodoxy. You don't see games that normally about that level of kind of that in that kind of religious realm. Yeah. And it was nice to see something different in that respect. And the idea, conceptually, having this kind of like level design where everything is kind of like very based in kind of Romanian like design. So like the rooms are just packed in with loads of like imagery and religious like kind of iconography. and then basically everything just gets worse, or just tears, like goes open apart. Some sort of like eldritch horror bursts through the walls and all this sort of stuff. And conceptually, like you're thinking, okay, you could go two ways with that, right?
What the fuck, did you touch yourself last night?
That's the thing. I remember talking to Paul about it. I was like, "Oh, Paul, how did you like the last days of Lazarus?" And he went, "There's a lot of tentacles in it."
Yeah.
So
and Paul saying there's too many tentacles.
But that's the thing, like it's like, because at this point, like it had, at least it got me in with the first level of like, okay, this is like interesting kind of design, and like it's kind of like, it's like the game saw PT and wanted to do that, right? I'd say if that was the idea, that's what they were trying to do with the first level, right? And they had like a jump scare, like they had some kind of like half-assed jump scares, nothing like too oogie boogie. It was more like there's something coming out of the door type of thing, or there's like this shuts there or whatever. The usual kind of like processionally like kind of generated things. And then like every level beyond that then was just a sudden jarring shift to something else. And there was no real natural kind of like, transitions in between.
genre shift.
So literally we're going from like, some sort of weird like horror in the bath of this like tiny like Romanian apartment that we're helping clear out, because I think I remember correctly, I think the story was that our sister died, I think it was, or our mother died, I think it was, and we're trying to get in and see what the hell's going on. And then the next chapter is us driving in a fucking like, driving into basically a battlefield between the Romanian army and an eldritch horror, and there's like no difference in between, like what the fuck is going on here,
But this is just a typical day in Romania, so I've heard.
Apparently, well, the game wasn't exactly the best advertisement for it, I'll be honest. But
Fought a beast in my back.
yeah,
Then met out and shot Cthulhu in the face.
yeah. So what became very,
Tuesday.
what became very, very apparent was that obviously this was a Unity game,
Ah,
and you could still see the puppet strings
yeah.
as the game went on. So it was very much a case where like they want, like if they would tell me that this was a game that like relied heavily on the demo to get it bought, you could absolutely see it, because all the effort goes into the first level. Everything goes into that initial claustrophobic situation where you're just trying to figure out what's going on. The dialogue is a bit stilted, it's a little bit short, and all this sort of stuff. It's like, that's understandable. Or maybe that's just the way, the kind of gameplay decision they made to try and prioritize the atmosphere. Fine, no problem. Voice acting's perfectly fine, if a little bit dry and a little bit dull. But then you start noticing a couple of things. And again, our playthrough of it is actually quite insightful, because we start noticing things are at the same time. Like the cutscenes, the way the cameras are panned, they're panned so you don't show people talking. In a sense, where like, say if you're talking to somebody, right, so the person's facing you, the person who's speaking is in front of the camera.
So they've done the opposite of how you're actually meant to frame.
How to frame, yeah.
But they framed it so they could hide the fact that they never animated the mouths.
Yeah.
But no,
Which is the opposite.
The way you do that is you have everyone wear a mask, or they're eating a croissant while
Or
they're
something,
talking.
yeah. But no,
Or drinking a glass of water.
they literally just never...
It's really impressive.
They never went through the effort of actually animating them talk. So all they do is just this kind of NPC breathing animation.
But Metal Gear gets away with that by just leaning into it.
Yeah, but that's because he knows it's a game. Like, this thing can't fucking decide what it wants to do. Because, like, every level is just more of a jarring, like, shift to the left. And by the time that you come back to, say, like, stage 7, you're back in the same fucking room. But, like, everything is shaking, and the fucking tentacle monster in the bath is now half the house. It's like...
Wait, did you release the game? But the lip model's coming in next week for us to
Yeah.
get all the dialogue.
and then it just plays on some really old cliched fucking plot twist. Like, okay, like the reason why it's called Last Days of Lazarus is because the main character is called Lazarus.
It's not even about him being an immortal.
It's literally the last few
Rising
days
from
of
the
his
dead.
It's literally the last few days of his life. And the basic,
Lazarus is the one who Jesus rose from the dead.
and how he
Come
sacrifices
on.
himself to save the world, or save his
That's
family, or
That's
some
not how
other
Lazarus
shit.
worked.
No, but that's so like there was
You
so
know
many,
nothing of my work.
You know nothing of the Bible.
And here's the gas thing, right?
Ironically.
The funniest thing about it, when we realised that the basically was the hack of this Unity game moment.
Just the hack of this.
Hack of this game. So we realised that we basically go into this kind of snowy open area, and we're told at the start, I have to park up my car here and blah blah blah. Like, there's something after me, essentially. Like, I can't stay here long. Something's after me. Urging the game the player to basically get through this level as quick as possible. Nothing happens. Like, we literally wandered around the level for 25 minutes with nothing happening. I think. Oh no, what was it? Yeah, there was a guy with like a fucking massive with a shotgun, right? And he's basically threatening us to leave now, or he's going to shoot us. He doesn't. He just sits there in his idle animation, no dialogue, no prompt, no nothing. We could have fucking like badgered him for half an hour, and he just sit there and look at us.
I'ma shoot you.
And again, the thing is, chances are
That's
they
practically
didn't have
okay.
a shooting animation for him. Like I don't like he was sitting.
He didn't have any bullets. It was purely for show.
It wasn't like,
I'ma shoot you. No, but our lazy ass rendering artist, you fucking won't.
yeah.
Calling your bluff, bitch.
Yeah, like genuinely, if you told me that they didn't have a sitting to standing animation, so therefore they just didn't program that bit in, I'd believe it.
So the whole game is basically a serious version of that Monty Python joke where they're being chased by the monster, and the only reason they survive is because the animator has a heart attack.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. It was like the game developers didn't have the ability to make a compelling game, so they just basically
But
winged it. And
the
hoped for
weird
best.
thing is, I would argue that a better horror game would be one where a character goes from sitting to full T-pose to standing.
Again, if they leaned into that a little bit and became some sort of satire
Yeah,
and horror.
yeah.
Yeah, you could have had with the T-pose, you could have had a load of people like hung on crosses.
Yeah. Again, they do these things that like.
Not T-posing, he's been crucified.
But
Shut up.
The lip models came in separately. Oh, there's so many lips. No.
But see,
He's
that's,
enunciating, run!
but that's the thing. See, by the end of the game, they do like kind of stuff like that. It's like, oh no, this person has been sacrificed on this altar type of thing. Oh, but he's still.
But we don't have the budget to render in an altar, so just the altar's inside
But, no,
behind the door.
but that's the thing. But they put all the effort into making it just like part of the scenery, and then like the the heart is still beating. How spooky! It's like there's nothing else happening here. This is just it. Like you there's no shock value to this. It's just like, oh no, this terrible thing has happened. Oh yeah, let's me go over there now and watch this child face through a wall. Maybe that's meant to happen, but I'm not sure.
Ghost or glitch?
Yeah, you decide. That should be the name of the spoofy fucking game. Ghost or glitch.
Ghost or glitch.
Yeah, hosted with Jonathan Frakes.
Yeah. Is it a
Never
ghost?
happened.
Or is it a glitch?
But then how can you explain the child clipping through the floor?
False. It never happened. It never rendered.
Never rendered.
Neil, you're number 14.
Woo! We're sticking with the PS5.
Fuck
Bitches.
You fucker.
A game that was written off and doomed to fail. Sorry, a rarity in that this was a game that was written off and doomed to fail by its mere premise. This game had no chance of being any good. It does not matter. You could have literally put the best dev team, artists, writers, everything behind this, original voice actors, and this game would never have worked because it's fundamentally based on a lie that people wanted to hear this story.
Go on.
And it's Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Oh, yes.
my God.
Yes.
Now, as I said, it's a rare game that's written off before it's doomed to fail on its mere premise. Gollum was panned right out of the gate by fans just asking, why? Why? You've based an entire game on one of the most unlikable characters, one of the most unpopular fucking characters in this entire franchise. Why?
They based it on a part of the books that the books didn't even go into.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, very unpopular character. It was probably the opening red flag that research and due diligence wasn't high on the devs list of priorities. From using almost none of the iconic imagery associated with Lord of the Rings, the hood is all in Calibri font.
No.
Yes, which is the
No.
MS Office default font.
Can you send me a picture of that? I
hood.
want to annoy Kira.
Oh no. You can Google the fucking thing of it.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
None of the visuals even remotely resemble the films, and getting a voice actor to voice Gollum that does not even attempt to match Serkis's performance. Now, grand Andy Serkis, it's an iconic performance.
Yeah.
Nobody can ever go. This guy does not even attempt. It's so bad. Cash grab. Oh yeah. Microtransactions for emotes DLCs.
Yeah.
It's a single player game.
Yeah, utterly terrible design, an abundance of glitches, bugs, and faults. Then they got panned so badly for it, the devs did, that they put out an apology, which was later realised to have been written by ChatGPT. So it's a game that just did not need to exist on any level.
A PS5 game where you can criticize the font
Yeah.
used.
Calibri.
The Lord of the Rings has its
Own
bespoke
font! It has its own font! Use that!
Well, they obviously want to fucking pay for it.
Oh,
Like.
man!
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like, nobody was crying out for this. Nobody was. We all know what Gollum's story is.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, and I know
And
why
also,
they
he
did
looks
it.
really fucking weird. And
I know why they did it.
so
It's
bad.
because it's corporate greed.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings estate has been selling off parts that are not in the books.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been selling off the appendices and the side stories. So the fact that it's not in the book meant that they could sell off the rights to Gollum's story.
Yes, tune into their sequel, Lord of the Rings Elrond, where he just sits there and...
Elrond.
They say Elrond. Elrond. Sorry,
Elrond.
Jesus.
The porno version.
The similar but legally distinct version, yeah.
Yeah, let's find a Mexican porn star and just film Elrod.
Probably would go better than Gollum, to be honest.
Elrod.
In all fairness, I would be amazed if that porno does not exist.
If it doesn't do better than Gollum.
Yep. But that's it. That is Gollum, a game so twisted and just dank. It's awful. It's
Dank? You're saying it's
Dank.
dank? We should play it.
Oh no, actually, you probably should get Paul to play it.
Oh, no. Doesn't the boy
I think,
suffer
I
enough?
think Paul has suffered enough for one generation.
Also, is that game still even available?
I think you can still buy Gollum.
I think that got pulled, actually. I'm
Did
not
it
sure
get
Gollum got
pulled?
pulled. Yeah, I think so.
Hang on.
Again,
We're all feverishly looking on
If it
Google.
was art,
Yeah.
I liked your no art should be pulled for the sake of corporate greed statement at the beginning of
And we've
this,
had
and
like
then-
3 exceptions
had
to the
3
rule
games
tonight.
that all got
this
pulled.
isn't
Like-
for corporate greed. It was created for corporate greed.
Yeah.
It just shouldn't have been released. Like, it should be free to people if they want to subject themselves to it.
Yeah.
You know, like cock and ball torture.
or heroin. You know, like-
Well, heroin, no. There's a
There's
manufacturer.
a market for heroin, though, in fairness.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, you know. In the same way there's a market for cock and ball torture. I don't think there's a market for Gollum. That's the
No.
problem.
Cock and ball torture
Yeah.
subscribers have more self-control.
Yeah. Although I do like to propagate the urban legend that if you try and give Andy Serkis a copy of Gollum to autograph, he'll just hiss and throw it back at you. That feels like something he'd do. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I just immediately switch back into fucking precious mode.
I'd respect that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now we're on to our unlucky games. Number 13. How unlucky do you feel, sir?
Kinda. I didn't want to dislike this game. I'm going to preface it with that. I went into it, I played every route, which I think made me hate it more. This is Stray Gods, the role-playing musical.
Oh! Interesting.
I
This is
really,
interesting.
really wanted to like it.
Yeah.
And as I say, I
A
played it every
surprisingly
route.
horny game.
Surprisingly horny. That's a fault to it. Because the game, it clearly has its favourites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to start criticizing things, and I don't want this to be taken out of context.
Okay.
The music selection in it, the way the game is designed, it's based around your songs. Okay, so
Yeah.
the premise, you are the incarnation, the reincarnation, we'll say, without spoiling too much of the story, of the last Greek muse, Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the power through your own idol to make people express themselves through songs.
Sure.
But the roleplay mechanic of it is you get to decide the tone of the song,
Okay.
but the other characters, they decide the content.
Yeah, so you make everybody burst into song, but you get to pick the track.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's either you can go a rocker girl vibe,
Yeah.
you can do a melancholic, like darker one, or you can do a happier, joyful one.
Yeah.
And those are kind of like the way it's portrayed to you. It's like, do you want to be angry? Do you want to be sarcastic? Or do you want to be the good girl? And the best combos of songs are mixtures of each.
Yeah.
But it kind of says, okay, well, once you've committed to a song, you really should probably stick to it. Otherwise, you get these jarring fucking effects where 2 different songs just mash together without any fucking semblance.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, the game itself called you out for it. There's one harrowing scene where one of the characters is about to commit suicide. And you're there to either talk them down or to sing them off to their slumber. And if you choose the sarcastic option, she sings along with you, but she kind of turns at the end. It's like, and despite the tone being very inappropriate, I'm off. She just fucking walks away. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't have picked a fucking upbeat jazz number for it either. She even looks at you, it's like, really, I'm about to kill myself, and this is what you choose for me.
You're just gonna peace out on an up-tempo jazz combo. In all fairness, more games should have that option, but the fact is that it's clearly not working in this.
No,
Yeah.
it's just so jarring. Every song in it, there's a combination that just fucking...
Yeah.
And it's not even the songs you control, because there are points in the story, like right at the start when you're meeting the chorus, all the other gods who are subjecting you to the story plot, putting you on trial.
Yes.
Subjecting you to this story.
How else am I meant to describe this? The story is shit.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's serviceable. It does what it's meant to. But anyway, they start singing themselves. But each one of them comes in with their own song, which is a callback later.
Okay.
Which would be fine if they were in the same fucking genre. Or if they worked together.
Mm.
She's meant to be the goddess of music, not the goddess of whatever fucking noise you happen to feel like making.
Yeah.
And the game makes you feel bad for picking like things that it's like, okay, you have the choice. You didn't say that the obvious lesbian that has been obsessing over you your entire life, forced you to drop out of college, made you move in with her, manipulated you the whole way through this, forced you to join her band, and is ultimately the reason you're in this mess. You didn't flirt with her at the start. We're going to lock you out of that romance. Don't you feel bad about that? No! No, I hate her.
Like the idea of video games is that you have a choice,
agency.
Yeah.
The only there are a couple of romance options in that.
Yeah.
There's Freddie, who I've mentioned. She is your childhood friend who has even the game itself in one route. It acknowledges, what we had was not healthy. I was just obsessing over you. I was constantly fawning over you. I only wanted you to love me back because I wanted to own you.
Okay.
Is essentially what it is. But if you go down her route, it's like, that's kind of hot.
We're
just two girls,
Okay, right. So, yeah.
I may be overplaying that a little bit, and I'm doing it for the dramatic read. Do not, accuse me of anything. The other options are you can make the canonically right choice of fucking Apollo. The canonically stupid choice of going after the queen of the underworld, Persephone. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Or you can just go after Pan, the fucking trickster rapist. Who says to us explicitly during his flirtatious scene, I find consent extremely attractive. It's like any person who has to tell you that they find consent attractive is not a good person.
That's a red flag, boys and girls.
That's a situation built out of red flags.
Yes.
Jesus
That's a
Christ.
fort of red flags.
Anyway, obviously I went for the Apollo route because, Apollo and the Muses, the god of music.
Yeah,
it's the goddess of the embodiment of songs and music and poetry. Yeah, they're meant to be together. Canonically have 3 fucking children together.
Yeah.
Fuck me for choosing the heteronormative relationship that has the best song.
But I was about to say, it's like, because I remember looking at this game as well and thinking okay, as an idea, it's interesting because I've never seen anything that's a game essentially with a musical twist, basically build your own musical type of principle. And I think that in of itself is an interesting idea. It's trying to basically construct it and pace it and stuff like that. But from the way you're describing it, there's only one right answer and everything else is the wrong answer.
No. It's not even that.
No?
You will always get to the same ending.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Which is the problem for these role playing games.
Okay.
There's no real choice. It's just how many lives do you fuck up along the way.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
But the fact that it makes you feel like you're missing out. It's explicitly saying, here's the choice. Do you want Persephone to help you, or do you want Apollo, Persephone who said, yeah, let's kill her now and be done asking questions during your initial meeting with the gods?
Yeah.
Or Apollo who stood up for you and said, I don't agree to any of this. I'm actually going to help you out here. And then you get to a point where it's choose between Apollo or Persephone. Which one do you want to fuck later?
Yeah.
It's why would I choose anyone other than Apollo? Oh, because his eyes flared up and he was a mean man towards a girl. It's yeah, he had every right to be. She accused him of being a fucking callous murderer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So even I said, would you say that if I was to tell you the story and gameplay basically was the kind of the fault, but would conceptually would it have worked if they just kind of went?
It could have worked if they didn't make the character. So one point that really pissed me off,
Okay.
and I'm going to say this as my defense of it. One point that really pissed me off is that at one point a certain character dies,
Yeah.
and you're meant to feel bad about it.
Okay.
And I was just like, finally. Wait, why are we going to the underworld to revive this person? Why are we going there to revive this person? They're finally out of our lives. And then the game makes you feel bad when you let them, go off to their eternal rest. Because you could have given them your powers instead. And then you become mortal and have to face the fucking chorus without powers while she fucks off somewhere.
The game just sounds like one massive guilt trip.
Not even that. It's like, it's just mean.
Yeah.
It's like the whole way through. You made a choice, but make sure you don't regret it later. Why would I regret it later? I've already sang the fucking upbeat jazz song as a woman committed suicide.
So he's basically so the game is almost,
out.
so the game is almost like that backseat game where that like when you pick a decision they just go.
Yeah, and it's every decision.
Yeah. Press start.
Every decision.
Wouldn't have done that.
Well, that's there.
But that character is committing suicide. So the gods, they pass on their spirit to a new successor.
Okay.
And then eventually that successor gains their memories and becomes that god.
Gotcha.
So this god that's constantly committing suicide is just picking a new successor so they'll commit suicide. Just again and again and again, non-stop.
Until we get the suicide rights.
It's like, what? Why are you doing this? You're not helping yourself. Oh, but I forget about it for the generation that she lives. And then I become her and commit suicide the next time. It's like, but you're just condemning her to death.
Yeah.
That can't be a good choice. Look, your son in the audience over here who literally begged me to stop you from committing suicide. The only reason I'm at this party, I'm not trying to solve my own murder. I've kind of figured that out. I just want to see. I either want to see you fucking do a flip, or I want to stop you from just needlessly killing this woman.
Yeah. The fact that like the two, like as moral choices go, do a flip or save life. But it's so fucking jarring.
But the save life one is like, it's a really poignant song about like
you saved a life by doing a flip.
That's the right answer.
Here's the thing: it's a really poignant song about how like surviving is a struggle.
Yeah.
And it's a really good song, but you get right to the end, and then it still gives you the choice between okay, she's convinced you through her magnificent singing. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You should go and be at peace yourself, pass on your gift, or you're just like, well, maybe just live because this song was about getting through the heartache, and she's like, I choose for you to live, and it's like, yeah, I guess I'll live. You've convinced me to live.
Rolls eyes.
It's like, what the fuck? How is that the bad choice?
Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Well, if it's any consolation, I bought Kira Stray Gods and she thinks it's shit. So I'm glad that you.
But again, I really wanted to like.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've played it multiple times, trying to like.
That's literally her assessment. She's trying to like it, but the game just doesn't want to be liked.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of a game that absolutely does not want to be liked, now my number 13 is a point-and-click adventure. It is technically a sequel to a game that we played in the channel.
We're not talking about this.
It's technically a sequel to something on my list, but it's one of those weird things. It's not a direct sequel. It's like a spiritual successor, wankry, whatever. So we haven't played it on the channel, and I don't intend to. It is in my lockbox, never to be seen again. Called The Quivering.
What's this a sequel to?
Spud.
Yeah.
So, and now the only reason why it's a sequel is because it's the same.
Crying. He's crying. He's crying.
This man cries himself to sleep every night. This is nothing new.
Why, Spud? Why?
So The Quivering is it basically, again, I say it's not an actual sequel because the only connective tissue between the two is that it's the same main character.
That is a sequel.
No, totally redesigned. It's literally just the same name. Like it's the same.
Spudson?
No, just called Spuds. Like, but the character is totally redesigned to make him like, I don't know, make him look more not 2000. I don't fucking know. It's fucking ridiculous. But The Quivering is one of those games. Like, it's. I think I had Normality on my list recently, and one of the main reasons why it was on the list because it looked so unpleasant. Like it was like apparently like adventure done through the Doom engine, with all of the kind of like the weird puppet strings to go with it. And The Quivering is in the same kind of like idea of these kind of like weird claymations moving around the place, trying to be kind of like quirky and like, you know, stand out from the crowd type of thing. Like normally I would like applaud like some sort of like style like that, but just with this one, it just looks really, really unpleasant. Um, it also doesn't help the fact that like it has perhaps one of the worst gameplay mechanics I've ever seen implemented in a game ever, particularly in a point and click adventure. So
Is that using gnomes to save?
yes. So in Spud, you have to use gnomes to either do like your character is essentially useless. He has no skills. He has no ability to do anything. Because again, in Spud, he is a child. So it makes sense that you need to use gnomes to basically do
No, it
things for you.
doesn't.
No, but you can no, if you're playing a child.
Don't you ever say it makes sense in relation to the series?
No, okay, well, I won't go so far as to say this is fucking sense anyway, but at least I can, at least the idea of like, okay, child can't do basic tasks, let gnome to do it instead. Fine. No issue there. But
these are wind-up gnomes, by the way. They're not actually
exactly,
able
not
to
actual
do
gnome.
things.
Yeah,
All they do is wobble
toys.
in one direction.
Exactly, yeah. But
They're still more competent than the main character.
But those gnomes, right, are also what you need to use to save the game. They're basically like save tokens, and they basically pop up throughout the game. And you can do it that way. The quivering does the exact same thing. Instead, you use imps, and you can only save 3 at a time.
Oh.
So in Spud, you had an unlimited number of these gnomes. You can collect them. You basically
you can use to soft lock yourself out. Well,
essentially, but with the quivering, you only get 3. And they pop up randomly on the map. So even if you get 3, if you have 3, you can't bring another one with you. So you have to almost like take a free save to pick up the fucking imp. It's such an absolute horrendous fucking mechanic. And these lads, these absolute wankers who made this game know this. They're laughing at you as you're doing this. Like they are fucking proper, I'd say they're proper little fucking Tory boys. Going like, oh, talking, look at us putting this into the game. Isn't this funny? And then they, you know, do whatever Tory people do for a living. Hunt foxes or something, I don't fucking know. But like now these guys like are infamously bad. Like they like the studio is called Charybdis, I think it is. Charybdis, that's it, yeah. And I think every game that they have in the back catalogue is terrible.
Like Charybdis.
Yeah, whatever.
As in the ancient whirlpool monster from ancient Greece.
Exactly, yeah.
You're trapped between Scylla and Charybdis.
Well, hang on. They developed Machines. Machines was really good. I quite liked Machines.
Oh, I didn't know they did Machines.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the game they did after. They did that a year. They also did Art of Magic. Oh, Jesus. They did that with Bethesda.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's not go that far. But in their back catalogue was they had done Spud and they also done that awful fucking 3DO game, The Town with No Name.
Oh, right. That's not on this one.
That was on, it's the same, I thought it was the same developers anyway. Maybe they got taken over.
Alternative software, maybe?
Yeah, Alternative Software did Machines, I thought, but I thought the actual developer was The Town with No Name and Psycho Killer, which is literally just a slideshow of them wandering around.
I'm after clicking on the developer Charybdis and it opened the Wikipedia page to the Greek monster.
So in terms of the plot itself, so Spud is still Spud, but it's like, again, it's almost like a coincidence that like he's just the same character, because in the Spud game he's basically like the grandson of Santa Claus, but in this game he is the nephew of a mad scientist who's basically Dr. Frankenstein. They've done a similar but really distinct name on it. And the voice actor they got for Dr. Frankenstein is Irish. So, and he's got a big fucking, like, awfully fucking voice, like, accent on him. So it's literally just like, tiddly potato, I've created a monster type of shit. And basically, like, the premise is that basically a demon, or basically the devil, like, Tenacious D style, like, big scaled, like, comic fucking devil called Big D has been unleashed from the evil dimension because your fucking stupid uncle basically unleashed him by accident, and you have to try and basically get him back into the evil portal where he came from. This is where all the imps come out from in this kind of sleepy, tumble down village. And essentially just the story comes in from there. It's just really bad puzzle after bad puzzle. Again, having to fucking manage this imp nonsense between like, the fact that you have to weigh up, do I save the game or do I advance the plot, is not a decision you should be making in a point and click adventure. Because even in a point and click adventure, like soft locks are very, very unlikely to happen unless it's a fucking Sierra game.
Yeah.
So why would you give the players an opportunity to soft lock themselves? And then, if that's not even the fucking kicker, there's a massive game-breaking bug in the game that released, and there's no patch to it. There's a massive level in the game called It's like basically this kind of massive fairground. And you're on a track, you end up on this, I think it's either a bumper car or a roller coaster or something like that. You can't get out of it. And an imp is meant to spawn midway through the tracks. And the game, and this process is meant to burn through your imps. And the whole idea is like, oh my god, I have no more imps, what do I do next? Oh, here's a fucking bonus imp, I'll then use it to advance on. Yeah, that imp sometimes doesn't spawn. So you're stuck on the roller coaster and you can't complete the game. You're basically just stuck in this massive open fairground with no music, no fucking prompt. That's it. The game is over. And the hilarious thing is, it comes on 2 discs, and it's like the whole idea is that like because obviously this is a Dr. Frankenstein spoof, so Frankenstein's monster is made. You activate Frankenstein's monster in the second half of the game, but you basically his gimmick is that he gets like 3 different personalities, and one of them is Elvis. And the hilarious thing is that, like, you've activated Frankenstein's monster, and he's Elvis. Da 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 da. Change the disc too. It's like that's supposed to be the draw to continue the game. Like, oh my god, I've got Elvis now on my team. Holy shit! Avengers fucking assemble.
Sorry, I just went into a fugue state there and didn't listen to any of that.
No, you can hear back in the edit, but yeah, it's probably one of the worst point-and-click games I've ever played. Just pound for pound, just bad in all categories.
I had to like take a mental break there to not be subjected to more spud.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like you won't. This is not the last of spud you'll see on my list.
Oh, it is. I can assure you, it is.
Oh, it's not. Neil, you're number 13.
My number 13 is not a game I'm going to be speaking a lot about because, well, there wasn't a whole lot of game there. It is Umbrella Corps.
Oh!
Now, I'm not saying Umbrella Corps Resident Evil because, unbelievably, this game was so terrible that Capcom didn't want their name associated with it. So it's literally just called Umbrella Corps. So, I mean, there's not really a tremendous amount to say about this. It was developed by a small team internal to Capcom that decided, what if Resident Evil was an esports game?
Then it would be bad.
Then it would be fucking terrible.
Sorry, when you said that, I was just expecting like Mario and Sonic doing the Olympics. It was like Leon Kennedy and fucking Asia Wong doing the high jump.
No,
I'm telling you, man.
No, they wouldn't have gotten any of the named characters. Maybe Hunk.
Yeah, so like it's basically just really it's a competitive multiplayer shooter, by the way, featuring zombies. It also is a game that feels like it was put together by zombies. So as I've said before, when Capcom don't want their name attached to something or anyone to even know about it, you know you've got a serious pile of shit in your hands.
Yeah.
Utterly pointless, totally derivative in every single way. They've got all of the trappings of competitive multiplayer shooters that I fucking hate. They've got different classes. You've got the ability to switch between third person and first person perspective. You've got a cover system, you've got an analog cover system, which basically means all the coverable items are highlighted blue and you can hide behind them. It's fucking terrible. You've got there's a whole load of shitty little gadgets, including something called a brainer axe where you can deflect attacks. It's utterly shit. And the thing about it is, right, is that Umbrella Corps did not need to exist because Operation Raccoon City had that mechanic, and it was so much better.
The game does not feature a main campaign. Instead, it features a single-player mode known as the Experiment, which is a horde mode that takes 24 missions as you fight against waves of enemies.
Yeah, it just screams Metal Gear Survive, but Resident Evil.
Utterly pointless and derivative in every single way.
Now, here's the kicker to this. I've never heard of this, and I play Resident Evils.
Yeah.
No, Capcom buried this. They buried this.
If I remember correctly, it was first released as Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. Then it was called Biohazard Umbrella Corps.
Biohazard is
in Japan, I know, but they released as Biohazard first, and then they just said, "I know, fuck it."
Yeah.
It
wasn't Resident Evil Umbrella. It was Umbrella Corps Resident Evil. So Resident Evil came at the end.
Fair.
Then they were like, no, you can't even do that.
Yeah, because I remember it got like basically like it's looking like, you know, basically franchise taken off it because
it was terrible. Bad. It was absolutely terrible. And as I said before, Operation Raccoon City existed. It had co-op support.
Yeah.
It had co-op support. So like, and it sucked.
Yeah.
So there was no real.
There's no sugarcoating it, like,
There was no reason to utterly make this, and the biggest thing I can see is that they just thought, let's try an esports thing with Resident Evil. I was like, what the fuck? And they have like multiple classes, like tactical, assault, short range.
But again, out of all the mission statements you could have, Counter-Strike but Resident Evil isn't one that I would have picked.
No.
Just play Counter-Strike. Like, they kind of already got you on the market there, lads. Just play that game instead, you know? Adding in Resident Evil is not going to make the game better.
Here's the thing. For people who like the tactical shooter genre, and people who like Resident Evil, now weirdly enough, they're not an overlapping audience.
No, they're not.
Yeah. So basically, just a week after it was released, it was pretty much just dead on arrival.
Good.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially because...
Ironically.
Yeah, ironically. Because it was a small form factor, small map factor, zombie horde shooter that was terribly implemented, had poor mechanics, wasn't even liked by its own parent company, and it released around about the same time as Left 4 Dead 2.
You can choose to play first person or third person.
Yeah.
Choose.
Yeah.
In a competitive...
Yeah.
What?
So in the hypothetical of like,
you're looking at me, Adam, to try and make sense of this. I'm not going to be able to do that. I will not do this.
Again, in this ideal reality where, like, you know, Road Battle Core is an esports, I can imagine the company going to go, he's gone for first person view here. That's the unconventional strategy here. You want to see the entire board, of course.
Criticizing the small size of the map, which were considered generally quite boring, and the field of view. It is a bizarre mishmash of styles and elements that don't fit together at all. Very expensive for too little in the way of quality. Jesus, tell us how you really think.
Oh dear. Right, Adam, number 12.
Oh fuck, is it me again?
Yeah, it's you.
A New Beginning.
The size say it all.
You know the game. Come on. Oh, it had so much potential to be fun. Well, not fun, but interesting. But it just squandered it all at the end. So sorry, A New Beginning.
Yes.
Time travel based point and click adventure shenanigans. An not anti-environment, environmentalist message. Basically, the world is destroyed in the future by the overuse of fossil fuels and not using nuclear power or wind power.
If you've got any fans of the Deponia series of games, this is made by the same guys. Daedalic.
Yes, Daedalic.
Jeez, they also made Blackguards.
Yeah, there's a few there. Back catalog, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's an
and
interesting
Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. That's actually a good game.
Well, Daedalic is actually pretty decent developers. The problems...
They also developed Lord of the Rings column.
I take it back. Well, that's
these guys need to be killed.
That's not the kind of game that they usually make, though.
Oh my god.
So yes, talk us through the plot to me.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, the plot. You have a time-traveling scientist come back in time and tries to convince you to stop using fossil fuels. There's like a press conference at some point in it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is they're going to stop the guy from delivering his speech on sustainable... It's the plot of the Naked Gun movie.
Okay, already, that's a plus in the category. There. Carry on.
So anyway, they kidnap him. There's a whole like nuclear bomb threat subplot to it.
Yeah.
And it turns out at the end that it was all a hoax. There is no time travel. These are just a bunch of crazy loons telling a story.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is a real shame.
Yeah.
It kind of fell down in the story, but there were a lot of contradictions throughout the story, so it was kind of like, that didn't make sense.
It's like there was clues. They were trying to like serve as like clues.
I don't know if they were trying to serve as clues or if they just made the ending be that time travel can't exist to cover their own plot holes. We can't go back and fill in the plot holes. It's cheaper just to write a new ending.
But then, okay, but then that also kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game, doesn't it? Like,
it's a point and click adventure game, so you're not in it for the gameplay.
No, true enough. But again, but they also double down on the story and the character. So, like, basically, the story and the character doesn't matter up to a certain point. Then, like, again, the game lives and dies by its content.
Jesus Christ. This is on the Wikipedia page. Development. According to Daedalic's Carsten Feigelman, Valve rejected A New Beginning 3 times from its Steam platform on the grounds that the target audience did not care about the game.
Wow. Oh.
However, Daedalic went on to achieve success on the platform.
No, I love that as an idea. It's just like Gabe Newell playing this, going, "This is a shit broken sword, and you know it." Just saying no. Like he has me the quad. I just choose to believe he's the quality control just for those particular games. Like, no, I'll take this one.
I will actually say, Ross's Gaming Dungeon has done a review of the whole game. It's don't play it, just watch that. It's far more entertaining.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of actually playing the fucking thing.
And what draw you? Was it the premise that drew you into it?
Oh no, I had it on Steam, and it was one of the point and click games.
Oh, yeah.
I had Deponia. I've played them.
I think I own it as well on Steam. I haven't played it now, but I do. I know I have it.
Yeah, I fired it up and just blitzed through it. So.
Yeah. Like even like art style, it looks to be very much aping that kind of like late era LucasArts kind of style.
I think I got it in a humble bundle or a Green Man Gaming bundle or
sure,
something
yeah,
like that.
That's a pity now.
Yeah,
because like I said, like it's kind of a weird now because when you have this kind of like lovely little renaissance of point-and-click games now in the last few years, where there's genuinely some really good stuff out there. Like that's some stuff that is going to get forgotten because it just didn't stick the landing. It should have, like, again, you may never know.
That's not a bad thing. Like it
no, it's not at all. No. But no, in the sense, but like, if they actually just kind of followed through with the plot, like they probably should have, then it probably would get a little bit of recognition.
I don't know if it would have, though. It was still fairly weak. It was very middle of the road.
Well, put it this way: what did the hook actually get you for the
mid,
start game?
as the kids would say?
Yeah,
it was mid, as the kids would say. It was a 6-7.
6.7 that by.
We're gonna have to bleep that out, you know.
Yeah, we don't want to get. Our target audience won't be interested in our games.
It was only 6'7".
Okay, right then. So my number 12 then, very much on the conversation of having a lot of potential and not delivering, and very much in the common thread of this series of Ubisoft betraying themselves and their gamers. Watch Dogs.
Watch
Dogs.
So fucking
so
terrible.
hyped up.
Really fucking was. Like, okay, this was obviously
it's still hyped up to this day. The fucking following that game series has. But I'm like, are you people clueless? You are totally clueless.
Love their tech demos where it was all pre-rendered and they were like, yeah, we're totally playing it now. Watch me move the character.
Do you know what? Even the whole like pre-render stuff like is like typical UBI shite. Like I'm in the sense where like you're almost kind of numb to their fucking cynicism in that respect. But really, what I want to challenge Watch Dogs on is the actual content, right? Because
so not the fact that it changed from being photorealistic to being a fucking blocky pixel adventure.
I'm like any AAA like title like this always looks like fucking Michelangelo's David. Like when it's doing its trailers and it's like, you know, hyping itself up. Whenever it does its fucking E3 fucking moment.
But they're not allowed to say, you know, in-game footage anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they'll always look at Michelangelo's David when it comes to E3, and then when it's on release, it's fucking Legendary Larry's little fucking pixelated cock. You know what I mean? Like there's such a massive drop down, and in a way, like I'm now at the point where like, okay, this is a Ubisoft game, so it's not going to look this good on release. I have now calculated that reduction in my head. But the content is what really disappointed me with Watch Dogs, because the whole idea for me with Watch Dogs is like, yes, sandbox games, even at this point when this game was released, have been done to death. And again, I should know, we have a series where we're literally playing sandbox games over and over again to prove that point. Like, for every GTA, there is a true crime and a getaway and fucking take your pick. There's loads of them. Just Cause, Far Cry, I could fucking go on, Saints Row.
You could. Please do.
Watch Dogs, in principle, was that you could do the same box shenanigans, but essentially throw in a little stealth aspect of it. You could knock out a block's power grid, so you could scoot away in the night, or you can hack your way through a kind of facility instead of shooting your way through. That was, in principle, what me and very much a lot of people were hoping with Watch Dogs, and it just was not the fucking case. And I think what's also happened, I have to try and jog my memory, but I think Deus Ex Human Revolution came out at the same time, or very close to this game. And Deus Ex Human Revolution was so fucking much better than this in terms of like delivering on its premise of like more Deus Ex. Here's the kind of classic experience you have, but given it that little bit of polish, and shocking enough, not doing the same thing, but just different.
Human Revolution came out 3 years before this.
Right, so maybe I could have just played them at the similar time. I don't know, but that was came to mind when I was playing this. Like, fuck me, I'm actually going back to Human Revolution. Like this is shit. So I played Watch Dogs, and like I bought it, I pre-ordered. I was hooked, line and sinker. I was in. I was willing to give this thing a chance. And when I say I was so disgusted with what I had in the first hour or two, I was just so like. There's a few games that are in my top 10 that are there because they have disappointed me on a personal level. Watch Dogs is one of those that like functionally it's not broken. It's not a bad game. It's just really fucking boring. Like, it's just nothing but side missions and side content and go to this corner and do this and go to that corner and do this. It's Assassin's Creed syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. I found that, like, the game was like...
soft.
Oh, I know, absolutely,
I found that the game was just desperate to stop you from playing it.
Yeah, it really was.
It was like, no. I know we've got the main story here, but you need to go over here and nick this guy's car. You need to go over here and hack this person's phone.
Yeah.
You need to go over here and clear this cunt's out bank account.
Do you have 16 megabytes of RAM? No? Well, you better go get that.
It's so terrible.
Again, there's a few things where like you can have your phone, you're walking past NPC by NPC, and you're just like hack. It's like, okay, but like,
why are you just being a dick? Stop reading their text.
And here's the fucking thing, right? This was the height of Ubisoft forgetting how to write protagonists. And like,
what do you mean forgetting?
Forgetting.
Did they ever know?
Again, I would say they did a fucking smashing job at Ezio in Assassin's Creed 2.
Now, you have to remember, they are French people.
That's no consequence. It's like, so what? Does it mean they can't, like, so that when they're trying to do a more ambiguous character, they can't do it? Okay, right.
Actually, this is French Canadian people.
Yeah, it was Montreal, yeah.
It was Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah.
This one.
Now, here's the thing, right?
And they took credit for it.
They put their name to this?
Not only that, they did like 3 sequels.
And
an animated feature.
Yeah.
And an audiobook.
Stop telling me there's an animated feature of these games.
Yes. And it's not even rated M, it's aimed at tweens.
Yeah.
And an audiobook. And 2 books, actual physical books. They killed trees to print this fucking shit on paper.
Do they ever say hack the planet?
I don't know.
No.
Then they're not hackers.
Now, as I understand...
Are they going after the Colonel?
Yeah. As I understand, I believe that the third Watch Dogs game was at least a vast improvement on the others. And apparently so.
Well,
apparently, but I don't know.
And apparently they got around like Yahtzee slagging it off by hiring him as a kind of consultant writer, so he couldn't slag it off.
Oh, interesting! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
interesting.
No,
but
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he mentioned something. I mentioned something on one of his reviews.
Well, funny enough,
I can't actually put the boot into this game because I actually wrote bit on it. He didn't write the game.
He consulted on it, basically.
He consulted on it because it's based in
London.
Yeah,
which is fascinating because what I heard it was a much better written game.
Yeah. So they hired an English guy who hasn't lived in London in like 25 years.
Hilarious, yeah.
Can we hire Yahtzee to consult? Is this just the way that he makes money now?
Apparently, yeah. Well, Nixers are Nixers, I guess. But
no, he writes like shitloads of novels now.
Yeah, exactly.
He pumps them out Brandon Sanderson style. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
They're a mixed bag. I'll be honest. I've read some of them.
I haven't read any.
Yeah,
I read this first one.
Marlborough's good.
I was
in all
mildly
fairness,
entertained by it.
fairness, when I heard about his novels, shit, we're getting off topic here. When I heard about his novels, I thought he really should have gone back into game development.
100%,
his Trilby series are absolutely brilliant.
We played them on the channel. They're very good.
They're absolutely brilliant fucking games.
Well, he said himself, he just doesn't like games. Like, he doesn't want to develop them anymore. Like, what are you doing with your life? Anyway,
if I may, while we're criticizing Yahtzee, the one thing that always pissed me off about him though is when they were doing the Let's Drown Outs.
Yes.
And he would condescend to Gabe about, well, as a serious writer, it's like, dude, get over yourself. They're not good.
Never watched it.
Yeah, Gabe Newell comes across because, or Gabe, what's his fucking name?
Gabe Newell.
I knew you said Newell. It's the only Gabe I know.
There are other Gabes in the fucking world.
No, they're not.
There are other Gabes.
Gabe Morton. Is his name? Gabe Morton.
Gabe Newell descended from the heaven and slowly actually crushed on himself.
Oh, fuck me. No, going back to Watch Dogs though.
Must be.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I was liking that conversation a lot.
To be fair, yeah, that's the problem with Watch Dogs.
It's certainly a lot more entertaining than a fucking game.
Like, I genuinely couldn't. I have not even remotely.
It was so boring. Like, it was the hacking was just walk down the street and click a button.
It's not. Sorry. Again,
did you want them to actually force you into a mini game every time?
That's it. And like, you get to the end of the block and you've got like a squillion quid now because
you've hacked all their money.
You've rinsed every cunt on the street's fucking phone bank account.
So on that kind of point about Ubisoft objectively writing dickheads as their main characters, And again, it was a stylistic choice because it is the same with Connor in Assassin's Creed 3. We're only giving out about that a couple of parts ago. And it was the same case here with Aiden Pierce. Aiden Pierce is meant to be this kind of like, Taste of Chicago, kind of like disgruntled, like I lost my Aiden Pierce. Yeah,
yeah. He's actually he's from Belfast, isn't he?
He's Irish American, but he's supposed to be from Belfast. Yeah.
Yes.
But again, this is the thing. Like it did count as a Fenian play, so we have done on the channel, and I'm not even remotely joking you. Whatever he did on the channel is as far as I played in that game.
Yeah.
And that is just how much utter contempt I have for the character because. Like, the character, in principle, again, if he's more hacker than anything else, then he should not be able to just fucking go school shooter and wipe out a whole fucking security team.
School shooter is unnecessary.
No, he is a fucking school... the character is a glorified school shooter.
Don't come to the bank tomorrow. What? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a fucking trench coat and a hat
here's
and
the thing,
fuck all else.
It's okay. The problem is that not that they write protagonists who are dickheads.
It's that they write themselves into games and they think they're protagonists.
It's not even that. Like, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's okay if your main guy... It's okay if a character is a dickhead. It's okay if the main guy is a complete bastard. It has to go
character
somewhere.
growth.
It has to create a conflict that drives the story. He's just a dickhead.
He's a dickhead for taking
floating around like a turd in a water pipe going, here, I'll just hack everybody's phone. Get all... Like, why is he doing any of it?
When a story doesn't address it.
That's the thing. When you can walk 3 blocks and get all the money you want, why is he doing any of this
More
shit?
specifically, if the guy fucking hack anything in the world, why does he have to fucking shoot his way through anything? Use the hacking to get away!
Because his hacking is magic and it affects the network by looking at the specific individual camera. That's how networks works, Jonathan. You can't just hack from the other side of the planet using a VPN and a closed tunnel. You need to be looking at the camera.
It's not as if there's something called the Internet of Things where everything is on the fucking Internet. Like, come on.
Listen,
beautiful. You need to look at the camera. A square needs to appear above it that says press circle to hack. And then you press circle to hack.
Yeah, just boop on my fucking smartphone and that's it. Job
and that's how you get $20.
But like, that's again, it's even more frustrating is that like, and I had this kind of same issue when I was playing The Last of Us to a certain degree, is that you're on such a little bit of a tunnel. Like, with at least in some games, you have the opportunity to just kind of hide and dodge and move, right? And in some aspects, that is the correct answer because your character should not be able to just take out a massive fucking team of like, highly trained policemen or PMCs or whatever they're meant to be. This guy is a dweeb, is a dork. He's on a revenge quest because of his fucking, his wife got shot or something? I don't fucking remember.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? It was a sister got shot.
To be honest with you, it's funny now. I'm not saying this for like comedic effect, but I literally cannot remember what his motivation was.
I don't remember. I think his sister got shot. I think his sister got killed.
What the fuck was his motivation?
I think his sister got killed. I think that's what it was because like basically the game keeps bringing you back to her grave every now and then.
Set in the fictional city of Chicago.
Sorry.
The killing of his niece.
Of his niece. Not even a fucking direct relative.
He starts off as a thief as well.
This is a direct relative.
Fucking like a mother or a wife or a fucking sister, I don't understand. But like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be like blowing up every fucking corporation just for these. I go to court. That like, there's a fucking. I'm not getting the fucking AR-15 out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a classic example of Ubisoft missing the fucking point, which is basically what
they're not missing the point. They're just bad at what they do.
They are bad.
They're just bad. They could have done something good with this.
I think Ubisoft genuinely can't make a game anymore that isn't a sandbox game with some level of flavour. Because in one year, they would have released an Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, The Division, and a Far Cry, and they're all the same fucking game with all the same just padding of pointless fucking missions. Like, I don't think they can do any other games beyond this. Like, genuinely, they gave a Rayman game to the fucking art studio to give them something to do.
And it turned out to be pretty good.
Fucking brilliant game!
hey, you guys, you don't make games, right? You don't work for us here. Make this Rayman game.
Yeah. Oh, shit, you won awards. Shit, okay, we better shut you down.
What, you showed us up? Fuck you.
Yeah. Neil. Number 12.
Number 12.
Sorry,
can I just say something really quick?
Please do.
It tickles me that every game on your list that you consider to be worse than Spud now. so Watch Dogs was considered to be a game
worse than the
Quivering.
Worse than the Quivering.
You considered Watch Dogs a worse game than the Quivering. Eat that, Ubisoft.
Again, the sense of betrayal I have from the Watch Dogs is worse than playing the Quivering.
Sorry, Neil, go ahead.
No.
I just felt that
Keep
had to
on
be
going.
pointed out.
Don't know how a lot I'm going to be able to say about this game, given that you can't buy it. But the review of the game, there's a really hilarious review out of it, and he was only able to get the game because there's one torrent. There's one seeder torrenting, still allowing the game to be torrented down. It's the only way you can get it. It is Battle Los Angeles on the PC.
Battle Lost. This rings a bell.
It's an adaptation of the entirely forgettable Battle LA video game. It's takes shite hawkery to a whole new level. Look, I only played this because I heard how terrible it was.
You sure it's a game? Because all I'm seeing is a movie.
No, it's there. Battle LA PC. Try PC game.
Yeah, no, I got a Konami. Okay.
Yes. 2D flash animation cutscenes in 2011.
What?
Yes. In 2011. Static characters, so they animate nothing in the cutscenes. They just sit there. They have voice bubbles popping out of it.
No.
Like voice bubbles like popping out like in the character thing, right? And even better, you know what? You know what with Lord of the Rings? Having Calibri? This game's got Comic fucking Sans!
Oh, no.
The whole thing's in Comic Sans subtitles. In FPS, it's only got 3 guns, none of which have any recoil. All completely linear levels, taking about an hour to beat. You can rinse the entire game in about an hour.
Yeah, I'm literally seeing the playthrough of it in 22 minutes.
Yep, your teammates are far more dangerous to you than any enemy. Plus, they never shut up repeating the same lines over and over and over again.
Ooh.
This is a game that's far more enjoyable to watch other people rip it to shreds
That is a cardinal sin.
than it is to play. And I really want you to fire up one of the YouTube videos.
No, well, we can get it on a PlayStation via PlayStation Network.
Oh, let's not do that.
Well, please.
Oh, no.
You do not want to do that.
let's
Do you have
not do
Xbox Live Arcade? Let's stick it on that. We'll compare the two versions.
What if we don't? Have you ever tried to stop doing that?
It was released to coincide with the film of the same name.
Yes.
It was not.
Oh my god. Oh, this was meant to be a tie-in.
Yeah.
They were meant to release... I've heard of this. Oh my god, I blanked this from my mind.
Flashbacks. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
So it was meant to release in time and they ran and they forgot.
No, it was meant to work with the movie. You were meant to play it while watching the movie.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that wasn't going to work.
No, it never was.
Like, we have a specific audience of ADHD squirrels hoping to fucking watch this and play at the same time. Nope.
Yeah. Everything's just so terrible. Like, there's only 2 types of enemies. One kind of fasties that shoots at you, and another slow walker, which is kind of like a mech with the enemy in the back that looks like he's bringing the robot. And you have to snipe it from the back. You have to flank the walking gun. There's no actual names for the enemy. So like when the enemy air unit that comes in, you have to gun it down with a rocket launcher. They just call it air unit.
Yeah.
It's so far.
They are called alien species in their official wiki. Other names given to them, fan names: the Greys, the Chigs, the Aquoids, the Land Sharks, and the BLAAs.
I've seen the Land Sharks a lot, yeah. I think those are the ones you're talking about there.
Sapience level, sapient. Good to know.
Can't believe
The unnamed alien race, sometimes referred to as Greys, Chigs, Aquoids, or Land Sharks.
It doesn't go to show you that you can actually make a wiki about anything. And I choose to believe that's probably the designer of that game weeping as he enters his
As
own
he just
wiki.
pushes his lore onto the
It's
wiki.
like, they're called Land Sharks. Why won't anyone love me?
Why won't anyone love you? I can think of 2 reasons.
Yeah,
The movie and the game.
Battle Los Angeles, sir.
Go on, Neil. So tell us all about it.
No, there's literally
it,
all
yeah.
you just do. You just run through the game, you shoot everything, there's no recall on everything. Even the key bindings are really weird. Like they because it's on a PC. So they have E as the aim key. I was like, what are you
beg
doing?
your pardon.
You've got a mouse. Use the fucking mouse button, you fucking dumbasses.
Aim with E.
E.
How does that work? Does it auto aim? You
No,
aim and then
No, down
that's
E.
the iron sight. That's the iron sight.
Oh.
It's E.
Oh god, no! No, why?
It's just so fucking terrible, man. It's just. But seriously, there's a countless amount of full run-throughs of it, and you've just gotta watch them because it's. Oh my god! It's oh my god! Like
Oh yeah.
It must
The weird
He's
thing,
actually speechless.
the weird thing is, like, this Wikipedia article about the aliens, it's like, it's all like people just being, okay, we can assume this based on what we see.
From the evidence established in
And
the game.
it's fucking long though. It's like
Yeah.
that we assume that they have specialized troops who have completely given into dogmatic warfare because every troop is specialized for specifically one action. It's like, or maybe they just couldn't render the other character doing another
I
action.
mean, this is a game that has non-animated Flash 2D slideshow fucking cutscenes. Like, yeah. So,
Heavily armored units meant to survive protracted combat is an alien concept to this race.
I feel like the wiki expects too much of this game.
it's so...
They encounter human armored vehicles and lose their combat edge because they can't fathom wanting to survive.
The wiki seems to be a better playthrough than the game is.
The wiki's actually far more entertaining than the game, actually.
Yeah.
It seems to be.
It's just... Like, it's such a fucking horrendous cash grab. It looks
Yeah.
like it was made on a budget of 27 pence.
I'll be specific, but I'll allow it.
by like 3 or 4 people.
It makes Steam Greenlight projects look better by comparison.
And this game was... No, seriously. This game was released in 2011. I actually really seriously wanted to, like... We'll probably do it, like, maybe at the end of the video as a kind of, like, an addendum. We'll fire it up. I'll fire up a YouTube on the telly and have you watch, like, the first 5 minutes and just record your reactions to it. Because you'll be just like... You'll have to put
I'll
a
tell you
trigger.
what, I'm fucking engaged here. On the alien species, and I was like, Jesus, yeah, I want to see what the source material is. This seems really engaging.
Oh, man.
I mean, the lore,
It's so terrible, like, you know.
the implication,
If you can put down the wiki for a moment, Adam, we have much clearer than that.
but the implications.
No, I'm going to take the phone away from you. So
No more internet for you.
no, you're number 11. Stamp on your foot now. Number 11.
Oh, it's my turn again?
Yes.
Then
Then you can go back to your wiki.
speaking of alien races, Borderlands 3, it was developed by aliens to humans.
Borderlands 3.
It was developed by aliens to hurt humans.
Yes, they were awful people, and I hope they die soon.
Borderlands, man. It's just a series I could never really form an
I
opinion on.
liked the first two,
Okay.
and then it got shit.
Yeah. It's...
Borderlands 3 was kind of like every action made in it was kind of like a fuck you to the fans of the first two. People have said, yeah, you know what, the first two were pretty good. Why don't you just do that and do that again and just do it a little bit bigger? They said, no, I don't think we will. I think we'll kill all your favorite characters because fuck you. Okay, that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Why are we forced to babysit this 13-year-old child who has a potty mouth and is constantly spouting millennial jokes? Oh, good. Yes. My the siren from the second game, my character, by the way, she died saving this child, whose first instinct is to blame everyone else around her.
Right, so she's a fucking pain in the hole.
Yes, but the game's writing highlights her as the savior of Pandora, the next siren, the chosen one, the self-insert character for the main writer.
Yeah. Another Ellie.
Yeah, nobody fucking liked her. Again, the game was panned by people for this story. And here's the thing. There's actually, on YouTube, there's a deleted scene where they're actually mourning Maya. Instead of just going, it's not our fault, get back in line. Now, let's continue as if nothing ever happened. That's actually how it's fucking works.
strange. Very fucking bizarre.
It's like so poorly written.
Yeah. Very, very weird.
And it's one of those games where like, you have lore, you have established lore. I know that all your talented writers left.
Well, I was about to say, it seems to be like kind of obviously building on the work that's already been done.
It's building on the work that's been done.
Yeah.
The gameplay is just more of the same, except somehow worse and clankier.
So again, the gameplay hasn't evolved.
The gameplay hasn't evolved.
Yeah.
There's a new mechanic in it that I rarely use. It's like a shield destroying mechanic, I think it is.
Yeah.
You got number 4. Pack up it.
It's just not fun.
Yeah.
It's really not. And the main issue is the betrayal in the story.
Yeah.
Because you can't go back and play the older games now because retroactively, no, it turns out that they were losers. Haha, fuck you. We decided that you liking the previous games was wrong because it didn't make us enough money.
Yeah, it's like again, like bumping off the characters that like people might have liked.
Bumping off
It's
the
a bit
characters
risky.
would be fine. Roland, the protagonist of the first one, this is a spoiler for a 20-year-old game.
Yeah.
He dies in the second one, but it's a poignant moment. It's like it shows you that nobody is safe.
Yeah.
Fucking Lilith has a mental breakdown because they were lovers established at the end of the first game.
Yeah.
And she becomes the main character of the series. Another fucking key point in their terrible writing.
Yeah.
And that she didn't need to be. It's good that she was, but she didn't need to be such a fucking focus throughout.
The way you described there is very Last of Us 2 to me, because like again, a lot of people would have enjoyed Joel character, immediately bumped off first thing in the game, and then immediately going to overall.
I didn't enjoy the Joel character.
Well, again,
nobody likes him.
So, but even then, like
I was cheering for the golf club.
I was hoping you wouldn't make it to that room.
But even then, like it's not like you go going through this entire theme of like, oh well, violence really is the answer, while you as Ellie execute as many fucking people as you can in the game. It's just like
she truly was the Last of Us.
The worst of us. Like, that's kind of the whole idea. Like,
well, when you go from the Last of Us to the only of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Borderlands 3, don't play it. Don't play anything else that Gearbox releases. Nobody's talented there anymore.
They've all gone to another parish.
Did they fall? Gone to another parish, or were excommunicated for having the wrong opinion. And that game should have a story.
I just never got the fandom around it. That was it was like one of those really inexplicably popular games. And I was like, this is so mid.
I think Borderlands came at a good time when there was very little else on.
Now, here's the thing. I played... 1's not great. I played 2 with Jordan.
Yeah.
We got through it, and we both got really invested in it, because the characters... The main thing is the interactions with people back at the base.
Yeah.
It's not the cutscenes. It's when you're going back to trade weapons. People will be quippy at you. People will say, oh, hey, yeah, you traded that fucking fire stick in? Yeah, I just used it to kill a grunt outside. It was fucking hilarious. You should see him. And you go outside and there's a fucking smouldering corpse back there. It's like, holy fucking shit.
It's got, the quirky was the word I always heard attached to it, but never necessarily like explained why. But then obviously stuff like that you just said there,
the little stuff that
you
you don't necessarily see if you're watching a Let's Play, that both of you are just like playing the game. It's like, hey, I know that we said you had dibs on all the sniper rifles for this mid game area, but I'm running low on shotgun shells. Do you mind if I switch over? It's like, yeah, sure. Here, you take my second best sniper rifle. I'll take your second best shotgun because you specialized into them. Yeah. And then you can work your way through that. Hey, I've got a better sniper rifle. Here you go. Here's my hand-me-down. It's like that kind of playthrough. Like,
yeah,
it's really fun co-op. It's meant to be played 4-player, hence the 4 different characters.
Yes.
But when we were doing a co-op and I unlocked it. Hey Jordan, I've unlocked a new power. Watch this. And just use the force to lift up the army. They're all suspended, like, what's happening? As I'm holding them in place. And he's like, cool. Check out my new one. Dead. Bang, 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 bang.
So yeah,
instant death.
It's almost like it's supposed to be a fun game to play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they throw in, I'm an annoying little teenage bitch who's the head writer, self-insert. I'm going to be the star. Oh, you died? Maya died, and it was because of your leadership. No, actually, I have it in my notes here. The 5 minutes where you disobeyed direct orders to go to your fucking room, you little bitch. Where you went out and decided to fight a world-ending evil by yourself. Now, who gave you that order, you little bitch?
He's reading actual notes here.
Yeah, he actually wrote down a lot about this game.
When you made it so as Maya had no choice but to sacrifice herself to save you, and then coming back and blaming everyone but yourself when, sorry to say, it is your fault. And you have the audacity to say, when people say to you, did you feel Maya's powers transfer over to you, because I can't fathom any other reason she would have put up with you, other than you being the next fucking inheritor of her siren power.
Mm.
And she was like, how dare you? You didn't know Maya.
Of
course they fucking did. They spent 2 games with her. I played as Maya. I love Lilith.
Silly people. Right, so my number 11, and it's a remarkable. It's taken me until number 11 to get to a Phoenix game.
Hey, let's pay the money.
Well, it's also because I had this.
Sorry, this is low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Well, it's also that I also had the very wherewithal not to buy or play Animal Soccer World, which is my case here, or any other Phoenix game for that matter. But yes, Animal Soccer World is on my list, and I do have it. I have played it. It is awful. What happens when there is no game in this game? It is one animated movie done by a jaded animation studio somewhere in Poland. and a couple of colouring in puzzles, and that's it. There's nothing else. The animation is genuinely sounds like a plea from help, like a cry for help.
I'm surprised this made your list because we had so much fun watching this.
Yeah, we watched it and we riffed on it, and like it again, like I subjected Mookie to this at 3 a.m. at night.
Yeah,
like
this is a Christmas tradition for the Madness House.
Oh yeah, like this. That's the thing. Like it is one of those ones where like this is like it's that kind of like it's so bad it's bad quality on it.
It's so bad it's bad.
You know, it's like I can't even I don't know where to start. It's like the premise is ridiculous. It's like you're gonna have all these like safari animals play a football game to decide who's the nicest boy of them all, and like it's not even like it's like the kind of thing where like it's trying to do like kind of Disney thing where like it's trying to have like a relatively like, you know, good versus evil type of story, but everything is cutesy and colourful. So even like the big bad villain is supposed to be like a panther that is very clearly a redrawn Simba from The Lion King.
Yeah.
And it's just done in black instead, so therefore it's a panther.
Which is evil.
And evil. Therefore, well, not even evil. It's just coloured black. It's just like it's just
a football player.
Again, it's just like the alleged evil animals are just like the ones that I say like predators in the wild. It's like you know, panthers and cheetahs and fucking like, you know, hyenas and stuff like this and vultures. They're the villains, whereas all the innocent ones are the gobshites, essentially.
It's the wild dogs versus the jungle kings.
The jungle kings,
as you well know.
And apparently the toucan is the fucking is the John Motson of the universe, like wearing his fucking great overcoat and like commentating on the match, which is ludicrous.
Something always tickled the back of my mind for this. Apparently it's based on that scene from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Yes, supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, I always thought I've seen this before somewhere. How the fuck have I seen this before?
Yeah, well, the other problem with that is like, also the funny thing about the whole thing is that the feature presentation, as in the hour-long cartoon, the voice acting is fucking synced from the animation. I think the main character or one of the main characters is just called Krimmel, which is a fucking strange name for any character, let alone a little like child lion, like a lion cub. It's like, till then Krimmel. It's like, Krimmel? It's like, you should not call them like, you know, something remotely like, you know, appropriate for a lion, like, I don't know, Tony or fucking Steve, not fucking Krimmel.
Yeah, Tony is definitely a better lion name.
I agree, you know, and at least you avoid copyright that way. But yeah, generally like just half the redraws are from The Lion King. And most of the animals are from various different Disney kind of like products, and they're just a complete retracing to the extent where like they have the same sitting like kind of like positions in a sense, and they don't move. So if the lion, like actual fucking Simba is turning, he just flips. He doesn't talk or move. He just
animated in Microsoft Paint.
You quite literally, and then when they are actually moving, it's just like they've done this kind of thing where they just shrink one limb over another, and it's just like bip 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 bip.
This isn't a game review anymore. This is a film review.
It is a film review. Yes.
How was the colouring in?
I speedran in 3 minutes, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking basic.
All the colours right?
I got all the colours. I was a very brave boy. I did the blue. I did sky blue, and I did the grass green, which apparently was the optimal strategy.
And what colour did you decide?
Well, now see, this is where people differ, because some people go yellow. Some people go orange.
But did you put the sun entirely in frame in the top left corner?
Now again, this is where the optimal strats get into it, because if you start off with the sun and you come out like concentric circles, you're on to winner there. So that's a secret sauce.
I tend to colour everything else in the dark, and then I say, like God, let there be light, and colour in the sun.
Yeah.
And then I turn the light on.
Yeah, well, you know, that's an old strategy. It doesn't work anymore. Unfortunately, it's superseded. Yeah. But look, no, it's like Phoenix games are these. Like if you've like found a game that is similar but legally distinct to a Disney kind of like title, then you found yourself a Phoenix game, and you should shun your mother for getting in the first place.
If you have an aunt and she is hard of sight.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is, because I think the other one I had was The Lion and the King.
The Lion and the King.
I was like, it's a trap. It's just a trap to get 30 quid off you.
Yeah.
And in the weird way, like, there's something, like, at least there's tangible effort put into this, as opposed to just, like, you know, a crypto scam that is nowadays.
Just because there was effort put into it doesn't mean it was worth the effort.
I'm sorry, but there's a difference between like an actual like online scammer just robbing a credit card and then actually making a PlayStation 1 game, burning it onto a disc and selling it and publishing it, no less.
No, but I could do that now and it would still be a scam.
Yes, but it's still your
the thing
work.
is, there's value in bad art. Bad art is
Oh,
bad
there's
in a way.
value in bad art in that we can riff on it, and
Yeah.
I gleaned all the enjoyment I could out of that.
It's still objectively a terrible game, though.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
It's not a game.
It's not a game, exactly. Okay, Neil, to see us off, number 11.
I will see us off with a game that's been widely... I will take you back to the heady day of 2018.
Oh, just tell us the fucking game.
Play the fucking notes.
I will see us out with what has been called the room of video games.
Oh,
Stop it.
Not the room.
I
Nope,
know what
nope.
you're talking about.
It's a game called The Quiet Man.
Yes! I have seen this game. It's
Yes.
fucking hilarious.
It's optimized for a studio, Human Head Studios, by the way, who were responsible for an excellent game called Prey, not the space one.
Yes.
They also developed the sequel, which was then canned because it wasn't called Prey. Because Arcane wanted to use the word Prey, so they couldn't use it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of shit in there. But in any case, they produced The Quiet Man, which shuttered the studio. It was a high bar concept of an action-adventure game mixing 3D and FMV sequences with actual human actors. With the USP, the unique selling point, that the main protagonist was deaf.
Yes.
So the game was played in near total silence. So basically, you're thinking, well, isn't this just a game where I've just hit mute on all the cutscenes? And the answer is yes. That's pretty much it. There's not a single thing about this game that actually works. It's a mix of 3D gameplay and FMV, which fails because the 3D scenes look like something from PS2 Blast Entertainment. And the FMVs are hilariously poorly acted, except for the main guy. Widely considered he's the only person who's fucking trying.
Yeah.
Everybody else is really, really shit, right? And this is what's brilliant, right? Because you have to complete the game, right? You have to complete the game. The New Game Plus adds in the sound. Right? So, but here's the thing, right?
I'm listening.
The actors knew that the initial game was going to be played muted, so they don't bother emoting.
No, so it's just...
So
how
they
are you
literally
doing?
just phone the fucking lines in because they probably weren't told. Oh, by the way, whenever whatever poor cunt gets to the end of this, he's going to be able to replay it and hear you. Even better, right? Having the cutscenes, right? He's a deaf character, all that stuff. But the thing is, the game establishes he can lip read and use sign language. So having the cutscenes muted with no subtitles doesn't actually make sense in the game because he actually can't understand what's going on.
So he could have just like...
You can't,
Yes.
as the player.
Yeah.
You can't. You don't know what's going on. So it's there to obfuscate your understanding of what's going on, not the fucking main character.
So he could have like transplanted... Like he just could have given all these people voices if he wanted to.
But there's the thing, he knows how to lip read.
Okay, apparently this was a downloadable patch after the game came out called Answered,
Yeah.
which adds the sound back in.
But
It wasn't in the original game.
Yeah, it's unlockable in New Game Plus, yeah, and NG Plus, yeah.
You actually had to download a patch to install it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Oh, Neil, why'd you do this to yourself?
So the question... So riddle me this now. So what gives it the room-esque quality?
Everything about it. How poor the acting is. The acting is so terrible. The fact that the main villain overhams his performance to the point where he's actually likable.
I wasn't rooting for you before, but I am now.
You could complete the final boss fight by simply holding him by the neck and punching him in the gut until he surrenders. Which is so much more hilarious looking than it sounds.
Yeah. And also kind of weirdly realistic. It's like it's...
I mean, it beats him standing under 3 different chandeliers in a warehouse.
Again, it's in Neil Breen territory. That is like my fist of justice will hit you 7 times and you'll fall over.
Yeah.
It's literally that Austin Powers thing's like, you haven't got a
But
name
there's loads
tag
of
on.
things.
Yes.
There's loads of things. If you've got the PC version of this game, by the way, is the version to play because that's the one where they've got all the stock Unreal assets in.
Excellent. Yes.
Okay.
More acid tags.
Oh yeah. It's man, it's so bad. Like everything from like where there's scenes where you're driving, where the reflections in the mirror are in the wrong direction. It's so terrible. It's so fucking terrible, lads. You've just.
I'm just realizing that the three of us have taken three widely different approaches to our lists.
Do you know what? I wonder will we converge in our top 10, but we won't really know until we do. But like, it just got to show you the different lived experiences we've had with our games.
Like Neil seems to objectively just go out and seek these horrible experiences.
I heard. No, the last two, right? So the Quiet Man. I actually quite like Human Head. Prey, the first game they made, was incredible. It was so fucking good. And then they made this, and I was like, "Oh god, this can't be as bad as everybody thinks." Oh no, it's terrible. It's so fucking bad. But yeah, that and Battle LA are two games. I was like, these can't be this terrible.
Yeah.
And then they sought them out, and I was like, "Oh my god, holy shit!"
I was like that with the Quivering because it was at that point where like I'm trying to
Spud though.
I played Spud and the Quivering.
Yeah, you knew better.
I knew better. Well, I knew better with. Well, I knew Spud is like I can inflict this on the channel for comedic effect, and
that wasn't funny.
Well, it's funny for me.
But you had to play it.
But the Quivering was one where like actually this isn't funny enough to be fodder. It just is just bad for the sake of bad. You know. So I understand where Neil's coming from in a sense. Like you have to it has to be seen to be believed. And as I said, if you look, art is still like bad art is still art in that respect.
Yeah.
So like you still need to experience.
That is a hill I will die on, and every entry in this list made me question my beliefs more and more.
And we haven't even reached a top 10 yet, lads. That's the thing. But that's for next time.
Yeah. You know what? Just burn them all. Just burn them all.
No. We have to exercise these demons ourselves.
No more games for you. You're bad.
We've been proven that we can't be choiceless.
We can't have nice things.
Exactly.
This is why we can't have nice
That's
things.
That's it. We play too many bad things instead. But in any case, that is our list for the moment, gang. We are going to be back with our top 10. But before we do, we have a little detour, a little bit of a palate cleanser. So I promised at the start of the season we'd have a little thing called the Game Zero. So in our next edition of the Game Zero, which is essentially going to be our Room 101 of video games.
Never heard of it.
Well, I'm going to fucking explain it. Essentially, I'm going to give our lovely people in the room, including myself and the rest of our Extended Madness family, a chance to lock away their worst ever game into a vault, never to be spoken of again, never to be played on the channel as well. So we can have our little assessments of our own ones, and then I shall have my list of other contenders from our family, and we'll decide whether they get locked away in the vault, if the case is strong enough or weak enough, shall we say, to keep it in or out. So that's what we'll look forward to before we get to our top 10. And by all means, let us know what games you put into your Room 101 down in the comments. If you agree with anything that we've said here on this list, by all means, let us know. This is a safe space. After 10 years, I'm going to give it a go.
We might as well get everybody else in on this collective trauma.
That's what I'm saying. This is a safe space. This is somewhere where we can
it's
vent.
Not. You guys have done nothing but rip the piss out of me for the past half hour.
As I said, it's a safe space. That's what makes it safe.
It's a safe place for bullies to pick on one.
It's a safe space for
the thrill of bullying.
While everyone else is kicking the shit out of Adam, you could vent your frustrations in the comments below. Because we'll be distracted.
Gods.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch British porn.
I'm gonna see if the final playthrough is enjoyable.
Almost. There we are. Well done.
I can't even bite to this.
You name Margaret, it could be sex, right?
Indeed.
Yeah,